Welcome to day 2 of launching your anchor text. Yesterday, we read to page 22. The students in your class tried this problem, and then we saw the character's reaction. Today, let's look at day 2. It gives you step-by-step directions to prepare and present the lesson. So first, we're going to let the kids try the problem again on day 2 for just a couple of minutes. Then we're going to ask them to put it aside so it doesn't distract them. And we're going to start a dialogue with the same 2 questions that we started with yesterday. What is success, and do feelings affect learning? See if your students had any sort of change of thinking. It's exciting to see. So now we're going to begin on the same page that we ended with, just to review for our brains, and then we're going to move on. So I'm going to read it from this page because it's just a little easier. So Ruth sees the problem and she says, I can't do that. If I close my eyes, maybe the problem will disappear. That's so easy. The answer is -2. All of our characters' thoughts are wrong. Ruth can solve this problem. The problem will not disappear for Vicky. And Eddie, well, Eddie is just plain wrong. Now, teacher, if you look here, it says Q1, Q2, and that is cueing you to say, mathematicians, look at the faces of our characters. How are they feeling? We're going to ask students to analyze the expressions on the characters' faces to discuss their emotions. Q2 says, how might their feelings affect their ability to work on the problem? We're actually asking kids to do a cause and effect answer here. We took a lot of time to make sure that the depth of knowledge on these questions was really going to help you deepen the dialogue and the thinking in your room. So while you're asking these questions, here are some ideas for you, teacher, also. Note, this is an SEL focus. Note, this is an ELA focus. We're thinking about these attitudes and emotions. We're thinking about how reading can affect word problem success. We're talking about how identifying emotions in a character is the first step to identifying it in themselves, which is metacognitive thinking. And then let's take a look at this page because the next steps refers to this. So again, I'm going to read it on this page because it's a little bigger for you to see. Here's Ruth. She's got kids, moms, dads. This is her paper. Mrs. D says, well, Ruth, you have a nice start here. You have identified who or what the problem is about. Let's do some more thinking. When I read a problem like this, I start to wonder what the numbers stand for. Numbers in real life are never just numbers. They have meaning. What do these numbers mean? Read the problem again. What are you absolutely sure of? We're thinking about how students like Ruth need to reread each word for understanding. We have them identify the actors that are in the little word problem play, the questions, the details, and the big picture. And so all of this questioning goes on, cueing you here and thinking behind it. Cueing, thinking. You'll notice that all 3 standard strands, SEL, ELA, and math, are wound in here naturally. They're just naturally woven through the book. And so we get to the very end, and we get to the end, of course, not an end, it's a false end. And then after we discuss the problem, we have day 3 and beyond, which gives you even more ideas for self-assessment, reflection and discussion, and reinforcing. There's even a going beyond. That's day 2 and beyond.